What's up guys, Perry from Rockville here, and today I'm going to show you how to set up your RPP2 line RCA to Phono Turntable preamp. Now because Phono turntables have low-level signals, the preamp will amplify that signal and equalize that signal using an RIAA curve to replicate the sound of the original recordings as close as possible. So as you can see, it comes with the preamp itself along with a power connector. So we'll just take the power connector and plug it into the preamp, then take the other end and plug it into our wall. Now one of the many ways we can set this up is with an active speaker like our very own BPA15. So first we have to connect our turntable to our preamp. To do that, I'm going to take the RCA cables that are connected to my turntable, and I'm going to plug them into the left and right RCA input on my preamp. Then to connect the preamp to the speaker, I'm going to grab one more RCA cable. So we're going to take one end and plug it into the left and right RCA output of our preamp. Then we'll plug the other end into the RCA input of our active speaker. So next we're going to want to raise the RCA level knob here on our preamp. Then we'll want to raise the level knob on our speaker. So now we're all set to use our turntable with our active speaker, but first we want to play you a sample of how it sounds without the preamp, and then we're going to play you a sample of how it sounds with the preamp. So here's how the record player sounds without our preamp. Okay. You know, you're hearing the volume coming through, but it's not loud enough. Okay. I want to dance, but I can't. So now here's the turntable with the preamp. Yeah. Oh, that sounds so good. You're hearing all the definition of the vinyl coming through our speaker. Got the preamp making it sound nice. So cool. Oh yeah. Now you guys just heard how it sounded through one speaker, but you can set up with two active speakers. To do that, you'll just take the RCA cable that's coming out of the RCA output of your preamp, plug the left white RCA end into the left RCA input of your left speaker, then take the red right RCA end and plug it into the right RCA input of your right speaker. Another setup we can use with our preamp and turntable is with a home theater receiver like our very own Blue Amp 100, which is connected to our very own Rockshelf 68 V2 speakers. So again, we'll connect our turntable into the RCA inputs of our preamp, and we'll need another RCA cable to connect our preamp to our receiver. So we'll plug one end into the RCA output here of our preamp, then we're going to take the other end and plug it into the audio in RCA inputs, which is also the input for a DVD or CD player. Now when using a receiver like this one, you're going to want to be sure to set it into the right mode. In this case, we want to set it to DVD or CD mode because we're using the DVD-CD input. So next we'll raise the RCA level knob on our preamp, and then raise the main volume here on our receiver. Again, we'll play you guys a sample of this setup without a preamp, and then we'll play you the sample using the preamp with this setup. So here's the sample without the preamp. And here's the sample with the preamp. Oh yeah. Sounds so good coming out of all four speakers. Again, you're hearing all that definition. Very nice. Now we can also use the preamp to record any of our records right onto our DAW. This is great if you want to sample anything from your record and add it to your song. To demonstrate, I have my laptop here and my R-Track 2x2 interface. Again, I'm going to connect my turntable right into my preamp. And to connect my preamp to my interface, I'm going to use a TRS to dual TS cable. So I'm going to take the TRS end and plug it into the TRS output of my preamp. Then I'm going to take the TS ends and plug them into the 1/4 inch inputs of my interface. So next we'll want to go into our DAW and create a stereo track. To do that, you would set the input to inputs 1 and 2 since we're using both inputs on our interface. For organization, we can even rename the track to Turntable. Next we're going to want to raise the TRS level knob here on our preamp, and then we're going to want to go into our interface and raise the gain knobs for channels 1 and 2. And you can see the level coming through our track here as we're playing our record, letting us know that this works. After that, you can hit record, and then the audio from the record player will be recording right onto your DAW. So let's hear how it sounds when we're recording the record onto our DAW. Nice. You're hearing all the definition of the record in the recording, which is a nice touch. Definitely will make the track sound better also. That's so cool. From there, we can chop up different sections of our recording and drop it into different parts of our song, or you can load the sound onto a sampler on your DAW so you can play it in real time with your song. Now we could use the TRS and the RCA outputs at the same time to send the signal from our record player out to multiple sources. So hopefully this showed you guys how easy it is to set up your RPP2 Phono line RCA to Phono Turntable Preamp. So hopefully this showed you guys how easy it is to set up your RPP2 line RCA to Phono Turntable Preamp. But of course, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, feel free to reach out to our customer support team through phone or email. As always, I'm Perry from Rockville, and we'll see you guys next time.